This ain't Chicago. This ain't New York. This ain't no liberal city. F around in Florida and you will find out. Florida is not a sanctuary state. Our cities are not sanctuary havens for criminals, for crime, and for anything else. We here in the great state of Florida, we love our freedom and we abide by our rules. And if you come to our area and you don't abide by our rules and you want to break the law and you want to go shoplifting at Walmart, yeah, you're going to find out. You're going to find out that the police here, yeah, they'll shoot you. You will find out that your actions really does have consequences. And yes, here in Florida, we've had liberal DAs just like all over the country. We had one, Monique Royale, who the Governor DeSantis removed because she was not prosecuting these criminals. She was very lenient, and she said, she preferred to do counseling with them as opposed to locking up criminals. Well, Governor DeSantis removed her, but she is running for another term. She's running for election, even though she's been ousted from by the governor. But she is running again, and she does have some competition. We've got some strong Republican candidates who is running against her, and so we're gonna see what happens. But my whole point is that we have woke people here in our cities as well, but we've got strong police as well. Hello, friends, and welcome to the Conservative Poet. I am Amania, and I want to say thank you to all of the new subscribers. We got a whole lot of people that hit that subscribe button, and I want to say thank you for doing that because I will surely work hard to entertain you, to bring you information and just to be the fighter out here in the streets for you. So, thank you for subscribing. God bless you and God keep you. We have woke people here in our cities as well, but we've got strong police as well. And so, this story comes out of Ocoee, a very nice area. I frequent Ocoee often. And so they've got strong police. And I know exactly this Walmart. I've been there. I haven't been there in a long time, but I know exactly where the shooting happened. So some people decided to go shopping at Walmart and not pay. They decided to steal. They decided to shoplift. And so the employees call the police, which is something that you don't see in other liberal cities. Even though Orlando is very blue, very Democrat, but there's still some things here that's not going to play around. Even though this technically happened in Ocoee, but it's still, the same Orange County setup. So these people decided to go and shoplift, and so the Walmart employees called the police. Police came. They told them, "Yep, they drove off, and here's the color car they were in." And so the police found them like not too far away, and tried to stop them. And they wanted to run away from the police. They wanted to do all this, and then one comes out and had something in their hand. Guess what? You're gonna find out they got shot. They weren't killed, thank God. Thank God that they were not killed. And so but that's what happens. In other liberal cities, the police don't even show up. They wouldn't even have this wouldn't even happen because again, the shoplifters are free to steal and cause mayhem because of their laws on the books. So if you want to find out what Florida's all about, yeah, don't come here. Don't break our laws because you're going to around and you're going to find out. So let's get into it right now. Hello, fellow patriots. Thank you so much for your support. And again, you can do so by purchasing products from the Orlando Patriots, mugs, t-shirts, all of your patriotic gear. We are in an election year, so we need to show the world that we support our candidates, especially President Trump. So get some gear at theorlandopatriot.com and you'll get 30% off. Thank you for your support. It means the world to me. I'll see you there.
We begin, though, with breaking news. A police officer shot a shoplifting suspect. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Matt Austin.
I'm Ginger Gadsden. It happened in Ocoee. The investigation shut down Old Winter Garden Road for hours. It happened near Hempel Avenue. News 6's Treasure Roberts is live at the scene tonight. Treasure.
Yeah, Matt, Ginger. Ocoee police have been diverting traffic for hours. You can see they have flares right here in the road, and there are some cars coming down Old Winter Garden Road. They have not been letting anyone through. They're turning them around. And this road has been blocked off since about 5:30 this evening. Ocoee police say this all started inside a Walmart on Colonial Drive, about a mile down from here. 2 people were caught shoplifting, which prompted employees to call the police. That later led to an officer-involved shooting. Here's video from when we first arrived at the scene. The Ocoee police chief says around 5:30, 2 shoplifters left that Walmart and got into a green pickup truck with an out-of-state tag. Officers located the vehicle and tried to stop it. The suspect vehicle hit a patrol car while evading police. Then it eventually came to a stop. The chief says that's when the passenger got out and raised their hand holding something. An officer thought it was a weapon and shot the suspect. The chief says, though, no weapon was found. I asked the chief what their policy is for incidents like this.
Well, officer safety is of our utmost importance. And that's what our policy is. We're going to make sure that we go home safe. They didn't find a weapon, but they are still working the vehicle to see if there was a weapon inside of the vehicle.
No officers were injured. The suspect driver and passenger were both taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, but only the passenger was shot. Those 2 have not been identified at this point, and FDLE is investigating. As soon as we get updates.
Seen that, heard that, good. Well, this is what you get. If you decide to break the law, there are consequences. There are consequences for your actions. And this is one of the things we're really lost in the society, is where people do not take responsibility for their actions, right? You can't just walk around, you can't just go and break the law, you can't just go and rob people, you can't just do that and don't expect consequences. The behavior. And this is the bad thing, especially in the Black community, is the behavior. They don't want to deal with the behavior. They want to throw money at it. They want to do this. They want to do that. They want to do counseling. They want to do mental health. They want to do all of these things. They do not want to address the behavior. So in any event, we're going to take a deeper dive into this story because there's been some new developments, and I'm actually going to read that. I'm going to apologize right now for if I fumble and mumble too much. Okay, I'm going to apologize right now. Again, I went to the public schools, but I'm going to give it a go. Okay, let's do it. Suspect. Police shoot and injure shoplifting suspect. Breaking news. Of Ocoee, Florida, Ocoee police said one suspect was shot and injured Thursday. Police say they were called to Walmart on Colonial Drive around 5:30 over 2 people shoplifting. The police were told the suspects had left the store and gotten into a green truck with out-of-state tags. So I'm going to stop right here. So out-of-state tags. So I'm just wondering if they were out-of-state people who from somewhere else who think that it's okay to come to Florida and steal, or did they steal somebody's car and went to do this job? So I'm kind of curious about that. I don't think they really talked a little bit. They talked more about what happened, where this vehicle came from, and if it belonged to these people. So anyway, an arrest report of a man accused of theft by Ocoee police lays out what apparently led to the police response. The report says loss prevention staff at the store saw 2 males bagging items using Walmart bags they had in their pockets, and the 2 had personal and household items, as well as pet food, totaling to $186. So these people came prepared. They had their Walmart bags in their pockets so that they can open them up and put stuff in so they could, I guess, fill up their carts and walk out. $186, two males. Wow, okay. The officers located the vehicle on one of the surrounding streets. As they tried to stop it, it went into one of the other local parking lots and struck one of the vehicles that was trying to hit it. Okay. Said the police chief. The police say the two headed toward Old Winter Garden Road before coming to a stop. That's when one of them got out of the car and raised his hand. When the suspect got out of the passenger side and raised his hand with something in his hand, that officer thought it was a weapon and the officer returned with fire, says the chief. But no weapon was ever found on the suspect. The suspect was treated for non-life threatening injuries. No officers were injured. Wow. Police said they're still investigating. Okay. According to police, the driver of the vehicle was transported to the hospital for unrelated injuries. So again, the driver wasn't hurt, but he had some issues. Maybe the heat was too much. They didn't think that police was gonna shoot. So maybe he had some, some palpitations. I don't know. But what I find interesting is that police identified the driver as a 40-year-old man, um, Gregorio Gregorio Morano, and said the passenger was a minor. This is what I wanted to get to. So a 40-year-old male, I don't know what nationality. His name doesn't really sound English, maybe Hispanic, I don't know. But here you are, a 40-year-old man. You are the getaway man. You are the driver of the getaway car, 48 years old man. And here you are, you have a minor, a child with you in this vehicle. Like, what kind of an example are you setting, right? Because you're the getaway man. You took this child and you went into a Walmart and you're training him up how to steal, how to bring your own bags, how to do this. And now this child got shot. I don't know what minor means. Maybe he's 17, maybe he's 16, maybe he's 12. I don't know, that they don't really tell you here. But again, you are, a 40-year-old man with a child robbing the Walmart. I mean, it is disgraceful. Morano is facing charges of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, retail theft, and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Yep, that's it exactly. That's it exactly. Police said there could be additional charges for both Morano and the minor passenger. The truck they were in being searched to see if there was any weapons on the suspects. The truck, okay, once they got him on the ground, they didn't find any weapon, but they're still looking at the vehicle, working the vehicle to see if there are any weapons inside, the chief says. So right now, it is still being investigated. And there's the great chief. You saw him already in the other video. Seen that, heard that, good. So I had heard about this story about a week or so back, and I made a video about Chicago, I think last week or something, and I had said if I come up with a story that something like what we see in Chicago all the time, all this crime, all the young scholars doing whatever they're doing, if I found a story here in Florida, I would definitely report it. So Scouts honors, there you are. I've given to you what has happened here in Florida, in my neck of the woods. And that's what happened. Somebody decided to break the law and they effed around and found out that, yeah, you can't do that here. Yeah, we're not Chicago. We're not New York. We're not these liberal cities. We are a state of law and order. Though we're not perfect, obviously, we got issues, obviously. But because of our leadership, because of our governor and because of our police here. And we got some woke mayors. Mayor Demings is a woke mayor. Buddy Dyer, of course, he's woke as woke comes. We got issues. There's a lot of stuff, but there are some things that we are going to put our foot down on. And so um, people coming here and breaking the laws seems to be one of them, that we're not going to play around with that. And like I said, Governor DeSantis removed that woke DA. What's her name? Oh God, what's her name? She escapes me now. But anyway, he removed her because she was not prosecuting people. And so, she's running again. But again, we have leaders that's willing to do that. Other places don't. They embrace the wokeness. Brandon Johnson, all these woke mayors, they embrace it. Look at what's happening to their cities. And so again, it's probably a lot of it's probably happening here too, low key. We do have shootings. We do have. I mean, one of our areas is called Crime Hills. It's really Pine Hills, but they call it Crime Hills. And again, that was under Monique Royale. That's her name, Monique Royale, the prosecutor. Again, she wasn't prosecuting people, and this happened. This was like this way before she came into office. But my whole point is, when she came in, she didn't clean up. She didn't lock people up. She said, we're going to do counseling instead. And so Governor DeSantis removed her. And so we have our problems, but we're not as bad as the rest of the country, as the rest of the liberal states, the blue states, the Democrat areas. We got a lot of work to do. But I'm going to tell you right now, you F around in Florida, you're going to find out. That's going to be it for me, friends. Thank you so much for taking the time and watching and sharing as I share the news that's happening in my area. So thank you all so much. God bless you. God keep you. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, let's do some talking in the comments section. If you're in Florida, you want to send me hey, I seen that too. I heard about that too. Do that. And so we can continue to communicate. So I will see you in another video. Thank you. Bye. F around in Florida and you will find out. I ain't playing.